morning, a major shift in Madison's tech landscape. How a city council vote could affect future data center proposals.
Plus, the high-stakes meeting over Greenland. How the territory's prime minister is fighting back.
And targeting ticket scalpers. How new legislation could change the way you buy event tickets. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on your Wednesday. I'm Kyrie Unley.
I'm Chris Stanford. We have a first-alarm traffic alert. We're going to take a live look at I-90-94 just past Cascade Mountain. WISC-TV reporting that crews are currently working 3 separate crashes within a 3-mile stretch. The outside lanes near each of those crashes are closed, and you can see it is causing some substantial backups this morning on the interstate. WISC-TV expects this to be closed for at least a couple of hours.
And we are keeping track of how it will impact your commute, of course, this morning. Let's check in now with meteorologist Savannah Brito, who's getting us up to date on everything you need to know. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, maybe because there are slick spots out there, you should definitely be taking it easy out there. Everyone pretty much just south of Madison, seeing that snow shower and activity. Monroe, Janesville, Watertown. So the Dells did see this system move through. So did Madison. But now we're tracking that just to our south. But we do have some cooler temperatures replacing this after the snow did move through. So up there was accumulating snowfall, definitely sticking to roadways. And because temperatures are well below freezing level now, anything could ice over in the Dells and Madison. Janesville and Monroe still a little bit better than that and closer to freezing level this morning. But we still do have some light snow showers near Stoughton, Fitchburg, and south of the city of Madison right now. All those deeper blues well to the south and also east of Madison at this point in time, Lake Mills and eastward towards Milwaukee. Those areas that are seeing that moderate snow move in, visibilities are still on the lower side. Janesville down to 1 mile, Monroe and Waukesha down to 2.
All right, Savannah, thank you.
Sun Prairie Police this morning are asking for your help finding a missing person.
Police say Scotty Andrews was last seen around 9 o'clock yesterday morning on Chicory Way. He was wearing a black jacket and an orange Chicago Bears hat. Police asked the community to watch for Andrews and check yards and outbuildings. If you have any information, please contact Sun Prairie Police.
The Dane County District Attorney's Office says that it is waiting on a decision to charge the Madison School Board Vice President. December 19th, officers arrested Maya Pearson and Urban Triage CEO Brandy Grayson. Police were called to a business on East Doty for reports of a vehicle causing a disturbance. A county paralegal tells us that the case is still under review and a decision on charges likely won't be made until a few weeks before Pearson's court date, which is scheduled for February 19th.
6:02 in continuing coverage of data centers across the state. The Madison Common Council passed a temporary moratorium on data centers. The moratorium halts issuing zoning certificates for data centers in the city for up to 1 year. It applies only to centers larger than 10,000 square feet. City Planning Commission staff say while data centers can benefit the community, the city needs time to assess long-term land use impacts. The report identifies existing locations that qualify as data centers under the new moratorium. This includes Dane County Data Exchange on East Broadway and the AT&T building on West Mifflin. Under the moratorium, new data centers over 10,000 square feet would not be allowed. And the State Department of Administration opposes the proposed QTS AI data center, saying it's not in the public's best interest. The plan calls for a 1,700-acre annexation and requires a closed-loop water cooling system to recycle water. Sewer services would also be affected. QTS estimates the development would generate about $1.2 billion in value over 4 years. DeForest officials will host a public hearing on the traffic and zoning impacts February 9th at 6 p.m.
6:03 now. In national news this morning, the Trump administration and Danish officials are set to discuss control over Greenland.
Sources say the meeting will be at the White House with the prime ministers of Greenland and Denmark attending. Both leaders have said Greenland is not for sale, with Greenland's prime minister saying the semi-autonomous territory chooses Denmark. The Trump administration reportedly has considered several options for control, including military force. Denmark's leader has said that such action would mean the end of NATO. Now to some continuing coverage in Minnesota. This morning, 6 career Minnesota prosecutors resigned in protest over the investigation into a deadly ICE shooting. The New York Times reports that the prosecutor stepped down because senior DOJ officials are pushing for a criminal investigation into the widow of Renee Good. This comes 1 week after the deadly shooting as protests continue across the city. Protesters are demanding an end to ICE operations, while Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino called it an open-ended mission.
Despite rioters, agitators, and vast amounts of violence against federal officers, we're not going to stop.
Don't want more deployment here. They are only here to separate families, to terrorize our neighbors.
Thousands of agents have arrived in the Twin Cities. Meanwhile, the state of Minnesota is suing the Department of Homeland Security, claiming the deployment endangers public safety and has provoked protest.
President Trump says federal funding to sanctuary cities and states will be halted February 1st. He said the move is necessary because sanctuary cities protect criminals at the expense of American citizens. Last year, a judge blocked the Trump administration from withholding funds for more than 30 cities over this exact same issue. Well, the nonprofit Center for Immigration Studies says Dane County, Milwaukee County, and the Winnebago Correctional Center are the only locations identified as sanctuary jurisdictions in the state.
In local news, have you noticed reseller fees for game or concert tickets are skyrocketing? Well, that could soon change. Republican senators held a hearing on a bill to cap price increases and require clear disclosure of ticket prices from resellers. Madison Alder Tag Evers sells tickets directly through his business, True Endeavors. Here's his outlook on ticket scalping.
Ticket scalping used to be kind of an every so often kind of thing, but it's now on steroids and it's hurting our business.
Republican lawmakers say these companies are taking advantage of Wisconsinites. Nonprofit Ticket Policy Forum that represents secondary ticket markets says resellers are needed to protect customers from buying fake tickets.
Trevor Noah is coming back to host the Grammys one final time. Producers are sticking with a winning formula to honor the industry's top talent. 41-year-old Noah says that he still gets nervous every time he hosts, even though he has done it, 5 times now. You can watch it right here on WISC-TV, February 1st.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty good show, especially with all of the new artists even artists that have been in the game for a while. So I'm excited to see how they fare in the Grammys.
Yeah, always some good performances. You throw a country music artist in here every once in a while for Savannah.
Yeah, country music, I don't know. I listen to kind of a little bit about everything. But summer, country. Got to listen to country in the summer. But feels like we're far from that this morning.
Yeah, real far from it.
Yeah, we're actually dealing with some snow and winter weather. Could lead to some slick spots out there. We are seeing reports of that this morning. Definitely up north of the Dalles. Traffic is slow going pretty much all across Dane County right now too. Monroe, Janesville, Watertown, Milwaukee, and Kenosha. Pretty much the only areas still seeing snow fall, but because we did see that across all of Dane County and areas northward with falling temperatures, anything could freeze over, and we are seeing a little bit of accumulation stick to roadways and especially grassy and elevated surfaces. So allow a bit of extra time. This system moves out pretty quickly. We're left with dry conditions the rest of the day, but you can see there are some light flurries up near Lone Rock, Camp Douglas, and La Crosse. That's not going to lead to any additional accumulation. We're not out of the woods yet as far as snow goes. We have more of this in the forecast the next couple of days. We'll time it out coming up.
Still ahead, a thrilling finish for UW men's basketball. The last-second shot that decided the game against Minnesota.
And we're live at the new location for Underdog Pet Rescue and Vet Services. Why they hope to continue giving back to animals and how you can help in the 608.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
In the 608 this morning, we're learning about the services provided to the community by Underdog Pet Rescue.
Josh Fighter is live at their location in Madison this morning. Hey there.
Hey, good morning to you guys. That's right, we're live here at Underdog Pet Rescue. This is a unique opportunity for the community to see just what kind of services this place provides. And joining us right now is Lauren Brinkman. Lauren, good morning to you.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Yes, you have a beautiful location here. You moved here just a little over a year ago. So tell us about Underdog.
Yeah, so Underdog, I started Underdog in 2012. and it was in my basement. We just were looking for foster homes, taking animals from shelters and placing them in foster care, waiting for their forever homes, their adopters. And then soon after that, I realized how expensive veterinary care was just to care for the animals in our program. So we started working with doctors and eventually got to the point where we were open to the public to try to get people not to have to surrender their animals to shelters when things got too expensive. So to kind of break the cycle of, like, we want to put ourselves out of business as a pet rescue, to not have so many homeless pets who need care. So today you're going to see our space where it's mainly serving as our vet clinic. Our animals live in foster homes, but a lot of them are here today to greet people. We have about 100 animals in our care at any given time.
I love that. And this is one of your fosters right here.
Yeah,
Who's this?
This is Neo. He's actually at my house right now. He came up on a transport this weekend from a shelter that we work with in Tennessee.
And you mentioned, obviously, it's a pet rescue, so this is different than a shelter.
Yeah. I really think it's important to have animals in foster care. It's not an expense and the operating challenge of a shelter, but animals get to be in a home. So if Neo's with us for 2 months, he's not living in a cage. He's sleeping on the couch. He's getting to enjoy home life. And it's also great for adopters because then they get to see what the animal's like in a home setting. So it's usually an easier transition. I can tell you he's great with kids. So there's a lot of things I can learn having him live kind of a normal life while he's waiting for his adopter.
Absolutely. Give us a little tour. Let's walk back here because you guys have quite the space. I know this was a huge upgrade from your former space.
Yeah, we're really grateful because we had about 900 square feet and this is almost 4,000. It is a warehouse for our mobile vet clinic where we go and help other shelters who don't have vets in northern Wisconsin and in whatever veterinary deserts we have. So it really gives us the opportunity to serve a lot more of our community and to take in more animals to our program for adoption.
You mentioned the fosters. We have another foster right here and the foster mom. So this is like an opportunity to see just how much the community lifts you guys up too.
Yeah, I think that's really what makes us different is the community that we have too internally. We have about 200 foster parents that give their time every month to be saving animals' lives. They get to pick who they adopt or who they take into their home. So if you're a little dog person or a big dog person, if you like cats or bunnies, we can find a foster pet for you. And you can take one a year or you can take 52.
Yeah, and rescuing our furry friends, it doesn't get any better than that. Well, we're just getting started here, Lauren. We appreciate you for having us in. And if you'd like to learn more about Underdog Pet Rescue and vet services, you can go to the story up on channel3000.com. We got a couple of new friends over here, guys. They're having some fun in the 608. Getting to know each other a little bit.
Saying hi as dogs
Live TV for you.
Good stuff.
What are you doing?
Thanks, Josh. Josh is always looking for inspirational stuff to share at the 608. If you have an idea for him, let him know about it.
All right, 6:15. Let's take a live look now at I-90-94. We've been tracking this crash now just past Cascade Mountain. Right now, WISC-TV is reporting that crews are currently working 3 separate crash scenes within a 3-mile stretch at this time. So make sure you're planning ahead if you have to travel this area this morning. The outside lanes near each of those crashes are closed. And as you can see, it is already causing significant traffic backups and the slowing of traffic here on both sides of the interstate, and WISC-TV expects the lanes to be closed for roughly 2 hours. And we're taking a look at some of those traveling times there. You see a lot of red heading into these areas here.
A little snow this morning, not helping. Check in with Savannah and where that snow is falling now. Hi, Savannah.
Hi, guys. Good morning. Yes, those areas, the traffic alerts that we have been dealing with up near the Dells, and then traffic is also slow moving across Madison. The snow playing a role on that this morning. It's not actively still snowing in Madison or the Dells, but this swath of snow that did move across those areas a couple hours ago now continuing to move further to the south and southeast. We're just left with a couple of flurries across northern Dane County and areas north and northeast. So we're pretty much done with that, aside of areas towards Janesville and then Milwaukee, really out of our viewing area, nearly aside of the snow showers that are still south of Watertown. But we do have some lower visibility still. Watertown down to 4 miles, Janesville at 1, but we're back up to 10 now here in Madison. So that's going to be a similar suit we see as that snow moves further away. Temperatures are going to continue to fall and visibilities come up. It's still very breezy outside. The peak wind gusts in Monroe and Madison both are up to 41 miles per hour, closer to 50 in Lone Rock, 37 in the Dells, and 32 also in Watertown. Our highs of the day were already achieved after midnight. That was the warmest part of our day. Now temperatures are continuing to fall. 23 in Madison. We are not going to really see any more temperature movement. We'll pretty much hold here the rest of the day. 30 in Janesville, 19 in the Dells. And we do have wind chills factored in. These continue to fall. No one is sub-zero at the moment, but several of us are in the single digits now, including Madison, down to what feels like 8. The Dells at 4, Camp Douglas at 3. But yeah, stagnant temps the rest of the day. We will see some sunshine later, but it stays breezy and much cooler than the 40s and even 50s a lot of us, including Madison, saw yesterday. It was very mild. That is not going to be the case going forward. We have a flip-flop in temperatures, actually, especially into this upcoming weekend. Additional rounds of snow are set to move in tomorrow by the afternoon west of Madison. I think that'll really be the evening, which could allow and make slick spots again tomorrow afternoon and evening for everyone. We're going to continue to see that snow Friday. This is the same system, and then additional snow showers in out of the northwest that move in from the northwest Saturday and Sunday. And that's with the cooler air too. We're down to 33 Friday. I guess I should say up to 33 Friday after the 20s today and tomorrow, but then we'll be down to the teens for the weekend. And we do have lows that are going to be only near 0. That starts as early as Sunday night and then continues through Monday night. Those are the coldest stretch of days that we have.
Yeah, a little snap back into reality that we're still in the middle of January.
Yeah, for sure.
So winter's in full throttle. It's not over yet.
Yeah, got a taste of spring yesterday. That's over now.
Yes, a little tease, but that's okay.
It'll come eventually.
Yes. Savannah, thank you.
Lately, the border battle hasn't been such a fair fight. Wisconsin men's basketball has beaten Minnesota 9 times in a row. That's their longest streak in, get this, 110 years. But until late last night, the Gophers looked like they were going to snap it. 10 minutes to go in the second half. Badgers hadn't led since 8-7, but Braden Carrington, the former Gopher, cans the corner 3. The Minnesota native was booed every time he touched the ball, feeding off the energy, hitting 7 threes, tied for the 3rd most in program history. But still, things came down to the wire. Gophers tie it at 75 apiece, 4 seconds to go. But John Blackwell calls game at the buzzer. 3 of his 27, and the Badgers win another thriller on the road. Take that victory lap, John Blackwell. And Bucky wins it 78-75. That's your morning sports fix. Have a wonderful Wednesday.
You too, Andrew. Still ahead, new Peeps flavors hit store shelves just in time for spring. And a popular snack cake brand is out with a new freezer treat.
Also ahead, at the top of the hour, UW Health changing its gender-affirming care policies. Ahead, what's behind the decision and how it's impacting families.
Welcome back. Here's a look at what's trending this morning. Well, whether you love them or you hate them, Peeps are back with some new flavors this year. They're mixing it up with some bold flavors. Not sure who asked for them, but first up, they have strawberry Pop-Tart Peeps flavor. If you're not interested in that, they have Sunny D Peeps flavor for you. I really don't know where they got that. Yeah. And they also have chili lime mango. This is exclusive to Kroger. The other 2 exclusive to Target.
Oh, Sunny D back in the day, there was nothing like it.
So you would try the Peeps?
A Sunny D Peep, sure. Yeah.
Orange flavored Peeps. I don't know.
I'm
not an even regular Peep person, so when you add the weird flavors,
just doesn't do it for you. Doesn't settle with the taste buds. I think I'll get these just so we can try them, though.
Hey, let's do it.
Yes, we can
just
rate
a little bite.
Yes, I'm going to check it out, see if they're in stores yet. All right, and also coming to a freezer aisle near you, a cool new treat from Little Debbie. So shoppers are spotting brand new Little Debbie ice cream sandwiches hitting grocery freezers, pairing classic snack cake favorites like cosmic brownies and oatmeal cream pies with creamy ice cream between each treat here. They're available in boxes of 6, and these frozen desserts bring a nostalgic flavors into a fun frozen twist for you.
Did either of you have a favorite Little Debbie snack as a kid, or maybe still do?
Cosmic brownies.
The brownies?
The Swiss cake rolls.
Swiss cake rolls. Oatmeal cream pies for me.
Yeah.
That oatmeal cream pie sandwich looks pretty good.
It just hits different. No, oatmeal cream pies
Those
are
are
pretty
more
good
up
too.
my alley than the Peeps, for sure.
Yes, yeah, but the Cosmic Brownies classics, I did get into those, but not as much.
Yeah, I wonder how the ice cream version tastes, so we'll have to try those too.
Yes.
Well, we're dealing with some light snow showers right now. We had warm temperatures after midnight. Temperatures held in like the 40-degree range. Some of us the mid to upper 30s, but now we're seeing those fall. We're going to be in the 20s the rest of the day, and that's what's to come tomorrow with more snow in the forecast. So we'll time out any snowfall that we could see going forward the next couple of days, coming up a little later.
Yeah, we do have several crashes around the News 3 Now viewing area. We've got some major slowdowns up near the Portage area on I-90-94. And then take a look at all of the crashes in the Dane County area right here in Madison on the Beltline. We're going to tell you more about what exactly is going on out on the roadways when we come back at the start of the 6:30 half hour.
Yes.
Also ahead, why you may want to jump on the cold plunge bandwagon this year. We'll have the surprising health benefits and how this bone-chilling procedure, who this bone-chilling procedure is not recommended for.
We are preventing kids from accessing that cure.
This morning, UW Health making a change to the care that it offers. Ahead, the reaction from a local teenager who relies on it.
Plus a border battle buzzer beater, the thrilling finish to the Badger men's basketball game.
And it's not too late for a polar plunge where you can plunge for good this weekend. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrie Unley.
We are keeping an eye on several car crashes in the News 3 Now viewing area. We're going to start up to the north near Portage on I-90-94 WISC-511, showing a crash blocking the eastbound left lane and a crash blocking the westbound right lane. Traffic in this area we've been keeping an eye on for a while is moving very slowly as crews work to get these vehicles out of there. This is a few miles north, closer to Lake Delton. The eastbound right lane is also closed because of a different crash. This closure is going to last a couple of hours. We're going to keep our eye on this. Now let's get a look at the Dane County area around the Madison Metro. Look at all of the exclamation points and the dots on the map here. We've got, about a dozen car crashes in the News 3 Now viewing area in the Dane County area. Most of them are cars on this shoulder right now that may or may not be slowing down traffic that much, but I want to focus on I-3990 south of the Beltline, about 2 or 3 miles south of Ho-Chunk Gaming Casino, where we've got a couple of the left lanes blocked because of a crash on I-3990 south that's causing some backups in that area too. So just really a slow going across a lot of the viewing area this morning.
Yeah, we can take a look at some of those traffic times and now just to see how your morning is panning out. You got some green in some areas, but again, you can see a lot of that red and yellow. So make sure that you're planning ahead if this is your route here, because the weather taking a change here, taking a turn on us, Savannah.
Yeah, we have a cold front that's just around Madison. And that cold front, if you kind of look towards Watertown, through Lone Rock, Viroqua, all the heavier snow showers are south of that cold front and moving out of here right now. Falling temperatures and the light snow that did lead to some accumulation and buildup on roadways could be freezing over, because we do have a lot of temperatures, Madison and northward especially, that are dealing with those below freezing level temperatures. Some lighter snow showers up near Viroqua, La Crosse, and Camp Douglas left over. Not going to see any more additional snowfall, but that's still enough to make things slick out there, which we have clearly been seeing, and a lot of reds and yellows, which is moderate to even very slow going traffic this morning. Also breezy, 41 miles per hour in Madison, 44 in Monroe, very close to 50 miles per hour in Lone Rock. So you see all those purple spots? That is the most breezy of conditions across south central Wisconsin this morning. We'll recap when winds will finally come down a bit and more snow that's in the forecast.
Savannah, thank you. We're continuing to follow UW Health's decision this morning to pause gender-affirming care for minors.
The decision comes after recent federal actions, but it is unclear, it's immediately unclear which federal actions hospital reps are referring to. The Department of Health and Human Services said last month that it's proposing cutting off federal Medicaid and Medicare funding from hospitals that provide gender-affirming care to children. Then yesterday morning, a local teen found out that she won't be able to get her meds after this week. Meds that she says were essential in working through her gender dysphoria.
It is a diagnosable and very real problem. It's not just a mental illness. It is something that has a cure, and we are preventing kids from accessing that cure. And I think that's just wrong.
Medical organizations say things like puberty blockers and hormone therapy care that will be paused here is necessary for the physical and mental well-being of the patient. Now, UW Health did send out a statement saying they're committed to providing high-quality, compassionate, and patient-centered care to their patients and families, including LGBTQ+ patients. They recognize the uncertainty faced by their impacted patients and families seeking this gender-affirming care and will continue to support their health and well-being, end quote.
The Supreme Court heard arguments in 2 cases challenging state bans on transgender girls in girls' school sports. The cases involve transgender students from West Virginia and Idaho. Currently, 27 states have laws banning transgender girls and women from female-designated athletic teams. Lower courts ruled in favor of transgender students, siding with claims of discrimination based on sex or transgender status. A Supreme Court decision is expected in several months.
In other local news this morning, an uncle accused of abducting his niece last year is being charged now again in Portage County. Jordan Coyle is charged with first-degree child sex assault as a persistent repeater. It comes after a woman and her siblings began living in an Almond home owned by Coyle. It violated his condition of residing with a minor over a child sex assault case from 2008. Then in September, he disappeared. His 6-year-old went missing 2 days later, setting off a statewide Amber Alert. Both were later found hiding in the woods. Coyle was given a $1 million bond. He's also charged with a felony charge of interfering with child custody. Coyle will be back in court February 16th.
6:35 to national news. The situation in Iran continues to escalate as President Trump doubles down on his threat.
Sources say over 12,000 have been killed. Some estimates put that number closer to 20,000 dead. It comes as newly released video appears to show dozens of people in body bags laying outside of a hospital. Meanwhile, President Trump is doubling down on his threat.
And, you know, if they want to have protests, that's one thing. When they start killing thousands of people, and now you're telling me about hanging, we'll see how that works out for them. It's not going to work out good.
The president also telling Iranian citizens on social media that help is on the way, though he did not fully specify what exactly he was referring to, but did say there was some sort of an economic component.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the U.S. government does not know where the 137 Venezuelans illegally deported last March are. A federal court has ruled the Trump administration denied them due process before sending them to El Salvador. The migrants were unable to challenge their deportations. Rubio also warned the situation could damage U.S.-Venezuela foreign policy interest.
In more local news, Madison Metro riders are dealing with delays. Metro is working on fixing dozens of bus rapid transit buses that are in the shop. As a result, some routes have longer wait times, like routes B and A1. The BRT fleet has over 60 buses, the second largest fleet in the country. Right now, 25 are off the road, needing repairs.
Right now, we are looking at some warranty work that we're waiting on the manufacturer to come in and do on our behalf. We can't touch that work because if we do, voids the vehicle's warranty, right? We're waiting on some long lead item parts. We're waiting on some other diagnostics that have, kind of turned into bigger projects.
The manufacturer for Madison's electric buses is New Flyer. The general manager for Metro says that she has full confidence in the product.
Verona-based Epic Systems is suing a Silicon Valley-based network, alleging it allowed other companies to access and profit from thousands of patient records. Epic says Health Gorilla and co-defendants operated as a syndicate, facilitating unauthorized access to medical records. Epic claims companies named in the lawsuit used the data to profit, even though many did not provide patient care. The lawsuit seeks to block Health Gorilla from Epic Systems and force deletion of the obtained health information.
Badger men's basketball on the road last night, taking on Big Ten rival Minnesota, and it was a thriller that came down to the final shot. Badgers with the ball, 10 minutes to go here in the second. Badgers with a good ball movement. Carrington ends up with a good look in the corner there and knocks down the three. The former Gopher was booed every time he touched the ball last night, but but he fed off that energy, hitting 7 threes in total. Here's where it gets dramatic. 4 seconds left. Minnesota ties it up from long range. And then John Blackwell says, "Give me the ball. I'm going to score." He does just that. Ball game. Badgers win in a thriller in the Twin Cities. Blackwell, 27 points. Carrington, 21 points. 78-75, the final.
They've had some good back-to-back games, beating Michigan, and now this buzzer beater.
They are on a roll. You should hear Greg Gard's speech after the game and his message to his players. He's feeling pretty confident in his boys on the court right now.
I love that energy. Let's keep it going for Saturday. Well, WISC-TV will air Saturday's playoff game between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. That kickoff is slated for 3:30 p.m. The winner will advance to the AFC Championship game against either the Texans or Patriots. And if you missed kicking off the new year with a polar plunge, you can still get in on the growing trend of cold plunges.
So a lot of wellness facilities out there and gyms are adding this feature said to help with inflammation after a workout and even improving mental clarity. But if it's too much for you, experts say you could end your daily shower with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water. That would do the trick.
I think it's always important to weigh the risk benefit and to really understand what the risk is for you as an individual. Most of the evidence that's out there today supports cold plunging for recovery after exercise, so particularly your high intensity exercise.
Now, experts do not recommend cold plunges for anyone with a heart or a lung condition.
You can take the plunge and support a good cause this weekend here locally. Lucky's 3rd annual Beer Belly Plunge is this Saturday at Okie Bay in Lodi. Plungers will brave the cold to raise money for the Dane, Lodi, and Merrimack volunteer fire departments. Plungers should be 21 and older. The fun runs from 11 a.m. to noon, followed by a meat raffle at 1 p.m. Plus, Lucky's will donate 10% of sales from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. to support the departments. We have the details of this up on our story at channel3000.com.
Such a Wisconsin event. You got your cold plunge, you've got your meat raffle, and it's at a bar.
Yes, at a bar. All things
checking a lot of stereotype boxes for the great state of Wisconsin.
So I'm learning, and so we got the plunge, but we also have the cold. Yeah. And we're also dealing with some snow that we had this morning, Savannah.
Yeah, we're dealing with the snow showers. These are finally moving out of here, but we're left with the cold temperatures in Madison and up towards the Dells. We did see some light accumulations and buildup on roadways, and anything could freeze over, hence slick spots possible for morning commute. So just allow a little bit of extra time. We've already achieved our daytime highs for the day after midnight. Falling temperatures through the rest of the morning, and then we'll be stagnant through the afternoon. It's also very breezy out there, but the only snow falling at this point is towards Janesville and areas east. Just left with a little bit of light snow flurries here in Madison and areas northwest up towards Viroqua and La Crosse. No additional snowfall accumulation today, but when that'll return, we'll have that coming up.
Sounds good. Hey, we're live at a new location for a local pet rescue. Why they hope to continue giving back to animals and how you can help. That's in the 608.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
We're back with the first warned traffic alert, keeping our eye on a big slowdown up near the Columbia-Sauk County line between Portage and the Dells. The interstate has some crashes on it, and there are some significant slowdowns here as crews try to get these vehicles out of the way. 3 separate crashes is what WISC is reporting right now.
Yes, several closures happening right now. Eastbound left lane and the westbound right lane. DOT says the closure will last about 2 hours, but of course, you know, these times could change. Lots of traffic slowing right now, and we're keeping track of lots of crashes that are building up over the area.
Beltline at Verona Road right now looks to be an absolute mess. Slowdowns are very significant right here. We've got a couple of crashes. We have adverse road conditions. We had some of that snow overnight that we'll get to in just a minute. So this is a big trouble spot this morning. Again, Verona Road and the Beltline. Also keeping an eye on I-3990. South a couple miles of the Ho-Chunk Casino. We're seeing slowdowns there because of some crashes. I mean, just all across the viewing area, we're seeing some significant slowdowns and a lot of crashes. If it's not a car on the shoulder of the road, we've got lanes blocked, but it is absolutely snarling the morning commute. Take a look at all the colors here on the road conditions map. This is showing all the slowdowns. Of course, the red are where things are pretty bad, but you can see it's pretty widespread this morning.
Yeah, and things have changed as time has went on. So let's check in now with meteorologist Savannah Brito, getting you prepared as you head out the door this morning. Savannah, what are conditions looking like now?
Well, we're finally seeing that heavier band of snow move out. This was a big swath of snow that we had over the last couple of hours. That's now pretty much confined to areas near Kenosha and down towards across northern Illinois. So if you're heading south, going to be more slick. We're still tracking a lot of slick spots across south central Wisconsin because this did a couple hours ago move across those areas, and things are kind of freezing over because we do have falling temperatures and really breezy conditions out there, which could also impact your morning commute. So allow a little bit of extra time, but we're just left with a couple of flurries across Dane County and areas up towards Viroqua and La Crosse. Janesville is still down to 1 mile, so we did see very low visibilities with this system too, but everyone else, Madison, north and westward, that is not actively seeing snow fall anymore or any accumulation, seeing those visibilities come up. We're at 41 miles per hour in Madison. Very breezy this morning. Lone we're at close to 50 and the Dells at 37 currently. Here's the cool down in temperatures. We've already reached our highs for the day. So on the 10-day forecast, you'll see the afternoon temperatures. We sit at 23 right now, 30 still in Janesville. But everyone across south central Wisconsin below freezing level. So anything as far as accumulation goes, did see a little bit of buildup on roadways a couple hours ago when I was driving into work, will freeze over. 19 only this morning in Camp Douglas and the Dells. Wind chills still falling. We've held at 8 for some time in Madison, 4 in Wisconsin Dells. 1 degree only the feels like temperature though up to our northwest in Camp Douglas. We're going to hold in the 20s the rest of the afternoon and evening. Some of us will stay in the upper teens though, and it remains breezy with much cooler temperatures compared to the spring-like stretch we had Monday and Tuesday. That is not going to be the case going forward. Our next chance of snow moves in tomorrow afternoon. This is 6:30 p.m. So during the evening hours around dinner time, that becoming a little bit more widespread. We do have additional snow showers we're going to see Friday into this upcoming weekend. So pretty much today was the morning. We're pretty much going to dry up, see partly sunny skies, but then we do have 4 days in a row, Thursday through Sunday, with more snow showers in the forecast. And the big drop in temperatures we've been detailing for quite some time. We are going to see the teens only.
Savannah, thank you. Now moving on to the 608, we're learning about the services provided to the community by Underdog Pet Rescue.
Josh Breider is live there this morning, hanging out with all the cute little animals. Hey there, Josh.
Hey, good morning to you guys. Yeah, that's right. We're going all out cute here with some more furry friends in the 608 this morning. Lauren Brinkman joining us. Lauren, who's this?
This is Paris. She's one of our adoptable puppies. She and her sister Florence are here.
Oh my goodness. Tell us about Paris.
She is in a foster home with 2 little kids. So she's being well socialized with other dogs and kids, and we think she's gonna be a big girl.
I can tell just from the paws and stuff.
Yeah.
So we've learned a little bit about what Underdog is all about. Obviously, you are pet rescue, but you also offer vet services to the community in this beautiful location here off of Stoughton Road.
Yeah, we love doing what we do. We have a wonderful staff of people who really care about people's pets. And once a month, we have an all-volunteer-led event called Madison Street Dog Coalition. And so we will see people who are experiencing or at risk of homelessness. We'll see their pets in our warehouse. We'll do a pop-up clinic. And we have a bunch of great volunteers who come and make sure that we can do examinations and provide vaccines for public health as well. That's usually the last Wednesday of each month that we're doing that from 10 to 2. So take a look at our Facebook page and you can see when we're doing those, but we love providing that free care for people who really need it.
I love that. You have this location, but you also do a mobile vet clinic.
Yeah.
Let's head on out here to the garage because this is really what it's all about is you guys are trying to expand your services to the community and get out and serve those folks that need it most.
Yeah, we have found that not only is there a need in Madison, but when you go into northern Wisconsin or more rural areas, some of the shelters that are up there need to go an hour. Some of them come down to us to get vet care. So we are working to get up there on a regular basis, probably 1 or 2 times a month up to the Northwoods, to be providing veterinary care for the shelters up there, and then they can get animals out and adopted into the community more quickly. So yeah, this warehouse has been great for us because this is where we do our pop-up clinics for Street Dog every month, and we get to house our truck here, and then we get to be more out into the state of Wisconsin to help more people and pets.
Oh, well, thank you so much for everything that you do. Boy, you're antsy, Paris. Paris is antsy. I get it. I get it. Live TV for you. Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you for what you do. And if you'd like to learn more about how you can help Lauren and their mission here at Underdog Pet Rescue, you can go to the story up on channel3000.com. I know it's early. It's early. We got that light right in front of you guys. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Josh.
How delightful. Well, next in the morning sprint, we're keeping an eye on your morning commute as slick conditions are causing traffic issues.
Yeah, and we want to wish you a happy 3rd birthday to Vincent. We're back at the sprint to check on traffic next.
6:55, time for the morning sprint.
And we want to start with the first warm traffic alert. It is a slow and slippery morning commute. Here is a live look at the Beltline and Whitney Way. Right now we're watching several crashes, spin outs, shoulders closed, some lane closures, but Verona Road in the Beltline, both directions in the Beltline. This is a slow spot regardless, but the weather and the crashes is making things even trickier this morning. And as we pull out and get a wider look here, we're also keeping our eye on I-3990 a couple miles south of Ho Chunk Casino, where a couple of lanes are blocked out here. That's causing some significant delays as well. And to the north, up near the Columbia-Sauk County line in the Portage area, we've got the interstate that has been slow going for several hours as well as they try to clear 3 separate crashes.
We do still have an active radar out there, especially southeast of Madison. Still a couple of flurries, but that big swath of blue you see now across northern Illinois, that did move across the area, hence several slick spots being reported out there. Be mindful of that for morning commutes. You're going to want to allow extra time. Could see that again Thursday night into Friday with the next chance of snow moving back in. We're down to the teens this weekend with additional snow showers.
All right, lots to look out for this morning. Make sure you're taking it easy out there and drive safe.
Absolutely.
CBS Mornings is next, and we'll keep an eye on the traffic slowdowns.